Noles will take it away and get this game going. Turner trying to create good field position. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. First down here for this offense. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Quick throw to the left. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Handoff heading left. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fence, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back to pass. It's LaBelle. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that 1st down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. To the air, it's LaBelle. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They'll run the option. Quarterback still with the football. They'll toss it to the back.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The Longhorns looking to run some tempo here. It's an option look. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns. No chance to catch it.
Love how the quarterback waited until the last possible second to draw the defense in until he pitches it out on the option play. And not only does he get big yards, but they turn into a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on fourth down last time. Runs right over the defender. They'll tackle him at the 27.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's LaBelle. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. Handoff in a single back formation. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Offense operating from the pistol. Back's got it again. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pressure is coming. Cut quickly. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football. Longhorns are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but it shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Looking to pass, it's LaBelle. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Then the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Trying to extend the play. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Nice job up front, opening up that hole, and look at this Texas running back just running physical for a nice first down. Texas running backs. Chris, come on, you know better than me. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, more recently Bijan Robinson. Incredible history in Austin when it comes to these backs, and he's living up to it today.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Snags the quick throw. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is right down the middle. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. To throw, it's LaBelle. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's escaping the pocket now. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
Second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back, makes the grab. It's Wade. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Looking to throw again. Looking to scramble. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Knowles. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Yeah, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. First down, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
2nd and 10 here. We'll try to run it with the option. And the quarterback keeps it on the option.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Got space, looking to score. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Makes a quick catch. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
An empty backfield on second and short. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. To the air, it's LaBelle. Lets it fly to the wideout. Touchdown, Florida State. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Automatic on the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Fielded in the end zone. It's Walters. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Defense calls their third and final timeout of the half now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Defense brings him to the ground as the final seconds of the first half tick away. On their own side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff taken following the right tackle. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense take. Are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Scanning the field, it's LaBelle. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made, it's a big play inside the 30.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
How about this, Chris. The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Longhorns come up to the line in the hurry-up. Ball handed off. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Florida State.
Now the offense is set up with a short field. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 2nd down after that previous play. Dropping back, it's LaBelle. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And it works. The first down to the 35.
It is tough on a defense when a quarterback gets out of the pocket and makes the defense have to decide, are we going to rush him or are we going to stay back in coverage? And there, the quarterback was able to keep looking downfield and find a receiver as the defense scrambled to adjust.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Catch made on the right side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That's tough for this defense. You give up the catch, but you also let the receiver break a tackle and get some yards afterward.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the grab. Got a lane. Can he get in? And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
First and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Longhorns come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Fighting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. The Knowles will have 1st and 10 here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Oh, look at the quick cut. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It's a good battle. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And there's the handoff. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. The Seminoles are looking to keep this drive going. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He hands it off from the gun. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
The sure hands. It's Lopez. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. Jubilation on the sidelines. They've taken the lead in the final seconds. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Makes a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, here in the 4th quarter with the lead, and you're the defense, I don't mind giving up some completions, but you can't let these guys get out of bounds and save the clock.
With the catch, it's Jackson. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining. The completion sets up a 2nd down play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
off the incompletion and sets up a 3rd down and 2. Big throw caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And now with just 2 seconds remaining, this field goal attempt to force overtime. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And now with just 2 seconds remaining, this field goal attempt to force overtime. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And the game is now tied. So here comes our first play of overtime. Back to pass. It's LaBelle. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. The shotgun running play call. He shreds the tackle. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And the offense will spend a timeout before one of the most important plays of this game, needing to convert here. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to 3rd down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's 1st and goal.
So the offense will set up 1st and goal here in this first overtime. They'll try to run this one in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
So we're set up now for the biggest third down attempt all game. Can the offense punch it in here in overtime? Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looks left and finds his target there.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Jackson. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Pitch to the back. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
Just pick your poison against this offense. The defense decides we got to take this quarterback away. Only problem is nobody's on the running back on the pitch. Takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of